Hey guys, Justa guy here with another Kingdoms SMP, and as you can see, I'm in my little redstone test world. And if you're wondering what I've been doing the last couple days, this has basically been it. I've been messing around with the tree mechanics of Zero's Vanilla Plus thing. He gave me the files so I could have the same version that the server's running on. And I've been testing things. Now, all these over here are my self-sustaining auto plant systems I was testing. I eventually got a 3x3 with a crusher. I don't think I have it on this world to work, but the server rate is so slow for it to grow. It took like 15 minutes to half an hour for a tree to grow, and it would still fail occasionally, as sometimes none of the things would give a sapling. So it really wasn't worth it. So I did have to go to this. It's a bone meal farm. This part over here is basically Mumbo's tree farm from like Season 4 or 5 was like 2017. I had to make a few changes to the redstone to make it work because it was from like 1.14 or whatever and it didn't work. I changed these from sticky to regular piston just to crush any leaves that grow back here. For whatever reason, I could not get the double piston extender, to retract. It would always just stay here anyway. So I just did that. But yeah, other than that, this part right here is just his thing. And I did take it to a lever instead of a plate because I wanted to fly away to make sure everything was working. But yeah, this just pushes the trees over. Pretty standard bone meal thing with a crusher. I did replace, he had logs on these with fence gates that are open because items pass through these when they're open instead of getting stuck on there like that. So when it crushes leaves, they fall straight down. You will notice a couple of these do get closed. It's because they get powered by this redstone and push open. So I don't know about these ones. They just happen every once in a while. But they're still just as good as a block. But yeah, it gets pushed out into this feed tape. I want to be a little ways away because Zero's thing does break blocks at quite a erratic amount. I don't want any over here to break. So it comes around this corner, has the pretty standard one observer facing in, one to the side, and then the piston right here pushing it. I started with that, but I had to make it a little bit more robust with this second line where this observer also feeds into this block, and this observer feeds into that dust, and they both feed into this block, and it makes all these pistons fire pretty much if any of the observers get updated. Because previously the top one here would get stuck occasionally, and only this thing would update the top one. But let me remove all these and you can see. Now, any block updates multiple pistons. The one in the middle updates all of them pretty much. And the top one. So they basically almost all update all the time. So that means none of them get stuck. And then they get pushed over here. And when they hit here, a block gets spat out. Oh, this one's pushes it over. And then when they hit here, a block gets spat out, which breaks quite a bit of them. It breaks almost all the blocks. Every once in a while, blocks at the top remain. Just due to the way Zero's thing breaks. Usually it's because too many logs get stuck on this thing, like on the top here. So they get pushed to the side. And then a lot of times they break right here from that one. But if they get pushed all the way over, this, oops, I'm too close. These spit out blocks and they break them. It did need two, and they do get double ticked, but whatever. This one doesn't go off very often, and then they fall in here. It didn't exactly have to be too wide, but I just did it. But I'm going to do a little time lapse of how this works, and it basically runs endlessly, and you get stacks upon stacks of wood. I basically got 3 things of wood in about 40 minutes of running this on my testing. You do notice there's a lot of named logs in here, which was a nice hint for Dr. Dreams, so I didn't have to have like a bunch of different log types so they wouldn't mix. You don't necessarily have to do it, and you could possibly cycle these into here. But yeah, these just stack these all. A chest of these will last you, like all that was basically an hour. And that one gets used all the time. These ones, not so much. But yeah, guys, now we have to build this in the server. I already built this part right here. I just haven't figured out this part. And I'm glad I did, because it was really had a lot of errors, like a lot of things would get stuck. And I gotta say, the replay mod I'm about to show you really did help. To be able to run the server, or run the blocks here while I'm in here, you can't see anything, right? That's the problem with being over here. And I don't have a camera counter, obviously, or anything to look at it. So I could run this for like 20 minutes or whatever on the replay mod, and then watch it back to see where things get stuck and how. Because, you know, before I just have to like, oh, this is all stuck. And because this top piston gets stuck, and once it's full, this observer wouldn't get updated, and it wouldn't push it over anymore. Hey guys, so here we are on top of the old sapling farm. I built this up here like the last day or so, and I faced it this way so I could have the output over here. And I'm gonna put like some sort of shell around it, basically make this a taller thing. Cause I just thought it looked too short. Like the industrial area over here, I think tall buildings just look better, and also because of limitations on claiming, the more I can make things vertical, the better. Because I only have a total of 5,000 blocks and like 5 claims or whatever. So I'm going to have to probably tear that down. I'm just kind of disappointing. I thought it ended up looking pretty cool. As you can see, I started to make these giant piston things on the side to crush leaves. But while it helped, I couldn't get the middle, obviously. And it would just make a couple saplings on the edges and nothing in the middle. And then I, you know, moved on to a lot of other things. But I haven't torn that down yet. I mean, I probably should. But it's just such a disappointment. Whoops. But up here though, we gotta get started now. To get this going, I'm gonna have to claim it so the pistons work, and then the easiest way to start is to just run it until the wood gets stuck at the end at 12 blocks out. That's the easiest way to make sure you count it right. But yeah guys, I'll be right back. Okay guys, you might have I'm not sure what I edited the last clip, but I was gonna show you guys how this works and extend that out so I could get the proper distance to build all my glass enclosures like I was. But you may notice by the thing in my hand that there's a problem. I was like struggling for like a half an hour trying to figure out why this was not working, why this would not push, and as you may notice, the claim stops here. The blocks stop here. I knew the pistons would not work if they weren't claimed. I did not realize they stop working where the claim ends, even if blocks want to be pushed further than that. So I'm going to have to extend this further. Much further, probably. But yeah, guys. Oh man, I thought I messed something up. I was like, why is it stuck? Why is it broken? I was going to show you guys how I got the 25 blocks, and this is a bit of an issue right here. Get it started again. There we go. Instead of breaking the block, because that'll make a log drop and it'll destroy important logs, like the one over there, these ones. You just break this redstone dust and put it back down, and it'll reset it all. But let's keep building. I think that's build limit. If not, I can just use furnaces or something to make sure they don't push it further than I want to. I just want to get away from that so that I don't have to worry about important blocks being broken. But we're going to take out our glass. I'm going to get some steak because we're starving. Oh, by the way, I have been the food purveyor of the Kingdoms of Neat for a while. I'm not sure how many people are using my steaks, but I just thought it was funny that on Animals Bred I'm up to 3,339 and they're pretty much all cows. I bred a few chickens in the beginning, but pretty much all cows. That's a lot of cows. So we're just going to come out and make a wall. And let's punch the time lapse. Hey guys, this is just a little quick aside. I noticed in editing that the replay of the end of this, building the very last part, was lost, corrupted, or whatever. It just didn't save. So I'm sorry, but yeah, I got up to this part right there, I believe, before it got messed up. But yeah, sorry. I mean, it's just a couple of observers and droppers, so it's not too big, but I just thought it was annoying. I split it into like 5 sections, so I have less of a trouble of losing something. And I still lost something. But yeah, guys, on with the video. Well, hey guys, so that's it. We built the machine and we had a successful run. I started off with about 25 or so saplings, and about halfway through I ran out, and then I looked in these chests and got some more, and now we have about 50. So I doubled the saplings. I actually got more back than I put in, and got some apples and stuff over here that just junk. I think that's from, for whatever reason, once in a while these spruce logs get messed up. It locked up and I was like, oh man, what'd I break? Oh, and it's because over here you'll notice the droppers ran out of wood. I only had about a stack of oak. A little less than a stack in some cases in each one of these. Huh. Gotta get around. So for about a stack of oak in the droppers, we have gotten a hopper. So we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 6. We've only had to use birch logs. I didn't have enough named logs. So that was for these ones on the end here. Oops. So this only had to fire twice. And I think that one fired. Yeah, that one didn't have a stack. So they only got to the end here and got stuck twice. Now there's a bit of an issue of this is locked up because these ran out. I don't have a failsafe for that. I fixed the corners so they wouldn't get locked up. But if you do happen to have that happen on this or any other piston machine, all you gotta do is reprime it. So you can break the blocks, or I usually do this. Oh, that's not gonna work because this one's messed up too. But yeah, once this fires right there, it'll break these and it'll all work again. But yeah, guys, so I guess this will be the episode. I am really happy with how this went. Obviously, storage over here is a bit of an issue. It has to be kind of far down so that when the logs fall, they're as far away from the other logs as possible so that it doesn't impact the next run. But as you can see, I don't really have a lot of place to go, but storage was not really designed for any of these farms. All these farms are going to have their own little storage silos, like as a separate building is the plan. So what I'm thinking is actually a centralized storage area, which I want to do, but I keep putting off. Somewhere over here, in the center area. Possibly right over there, or maybe closer to the entrance over there. Has everything that the farms produce in some, like a double chest worth or so. And then bulk storage for every item elsewhere. So it's going to go like to the storage area, and then Overflow is going to take it to a silo for just logs, just pumpkins, and stuff like that. Currently, I do need quite a bit of bone meal for this farm. It takes like a full double chest to make a double chest of wood. Oops. More or less. I mean, almost everything in this data pack drops bones, so it's not as bad as it could be. But I definitely got to get my mob farm set up so I get some much better bone production than just whatever my cows and stuff drop. But yeah, guys, this is just a guy signing off. Catch you guys later. Bye.